Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the channel, my good friends all out there, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Very good afternoon to you guys all out there. 3 days for the transfer window, the first part of the transfer window to be shut. 3 days more. Yes, next Monday. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, by Tuesday, between now and next Monday, Tuesday midnight, a lot is expected to happen. Like I said earlier on my first video, wherever you are. But you see, one of our disappointments as Chelsea fans is that we couldn't succeed in getting Victor Osimhen. I have heard many of you guys say I should stop talking about Osimhen. Yeah, the same people who were chastising me when I was speaking about Osimhen few months back. Now they are telling me to stop talking about him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Al Hilal have scheduled a medical for Victor Osimhen and are hoping to finalize a deal in the coming hours. Let me now caution. This is my own personal caution. Yes. Caution remains after 24 hours twist. But Osimhen is Al Hilal's top priority before the Club World Cup. Right now, as we speak, Osimhen is in Nigeria. The Nigerian striker is in Nigeria. He's not in Paris to sign a deal. Osimhen is in Nigeria. Yet, Al Hilal is hoping to get a deal sealed in the next 24 hours. Only God knows how it's going to happen. But the reality of the matter is that Al Hilal have presented their final bid of 35 million euros to Victor Osimhen. 35 million euros to Victor Osimhen. And they are hoping Osimhen will accept it. Victor Osimhen is taking his time on the last offer from Al Hilal. The striker is expected to be in Nigeria. And like I said earlier on, he's already in Nigeria today. Al Hilal's hope to seal the deal this week and this weekend. But they are also exploring other options. Should in case Al Hilal is still waiting on a breakthrough with Victor Osimhen as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have for you on that front. Now, before we get to Chelsea news, Benfica have reportedly offered Chelsea 25 million euros for the Portuguese international Joao Felix and hope to register him before Tuesday to include him in their Club World Cup squad. Joao Felix to Benfica. Sometimes some of these clubs, I don't get it. 25 million for Joao Felix. No, we better keep him. Joao Felix this is a guy with talent, but this Joao Felix, he is a guy with talent. He's out of form. This guy can just pick up form anytime. It's better we loan him. Chelsea better loan Joao Felix to Benfica. Or better still, if we are to sell him for 25 million, they have offered 25 million. Let's just say 30 million euros. But with sell-on clause. Right? Sell-on clause, because Joao Felix possibly could pick up form next season. And these guys will end up selling him to the Saudis for 100 million euros. So any deal Chelsea want to make right now for Joao Felix, we'll have to put on a sell-on clause. Oh yes. Now everyone has to look after his own home. Ladies and gentlemen, now back to Chelsea fully. Or before we get to Chelsea, one more. Leverkusen and Liverpool are negotiating the final details of a deal for Florian for Wirtz. Yes, this deal, I think this summer, it's going to be the highest deal, the biggest transfer in this summer transfer window. Leverkusen and Liverpool are negotiating the final details of a deal for Florian Wirtz. A full agreement is close after a new third offer was submitted. Third offer submitted by Liverpool, as revealed. The total package, including bonuses, is expected to reach up to 150 million euros. 150 million, that's around 135, 140 million pounds. The medical could take place next week. That is on Liverpool side. You see, it's something which I'm not too sure what Liverpool want to achieve next season. They just won the league. They won the league 6-7 weeks before the season ended. And we wait to see. Chelsea, we are coming up though. Ladies and gentlemen, now, let me say this. Crystal Palace might end up falling out of the Europa League, even though they won the FA Cup, due to the PSR and UEFA rules. Due to the UEFA rules, yes. Their sister club, Lyon, equally qualified. Is it? Yeah, equally qualified for Europa League. But Lyon qualified in a better position than, in terms of their position on their league table in France. Lyon got a better position. Crystal Palace qualified by virtue of winning the FA Cup, but on the league table position is not that good. Now listen to this. Palace are still in danger of being kicked out of Europa League due to multi-club ownership with Lyon. Now, Crystal Palace will also be kicked out of the Conference League due to multi-club ownership again with a club by name Brandby or Brandbill. Lyon and Brandby are not in danger. Both two clubs are not in danger. Why? Due to their position, their current finishing position in their various leagues. So now, Lyon and Brandby are not in danger due to their position on their league tables. But Crystal Palace, they got to Europa League by virtue of winning the FA Cup. Now, the final decision likely to be made by the end of June. Yeah. The final decision on this by UEFA is likely to be made by the end of June. If Crystal Palace are kicked out, Nottingham Forest, that are 7th on the Premier League table, will enter the Europa League instead. So Nottingham Forest fans out there, you just have to be praying that Crystal Palace gets kicked out and then Nottingham Forest will be in Europa League next season. After all, they've been in the top 4 throughout the season, the entire season until the last 4-5 games. Nottingham Forest have been in the top 4 throughout, so they deserve it. They deserve it. It is what it is. If anything at all, is Tottenham Hotspur and Crystal Palace, they don't deserve to be in the Champions League or to be in the Europa League. Both teams don't deserve to be there. But Nottingham Forest deserve to be in Europe this season, dear friends. Yeah. Now, Brighton will enter the Conference League instead of even Crystal Palace. Brighton will even qualify as the 8th place team in Conference League next season. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to run up. Quickly, can we get some Chelsea transfer news quick before I get out of here? Can we get some Chelsea transfer news? What is there again? Ladies and gentlemen, let me see. I'm giving you breaking news. Europa League, Lyon, Crystal Palace, like I said to you earlier on. Breaking news. Aha, good. Club World Cup, yes, kicking off in the coming days. On the 16th, Club World Cup will kick start. Chelsea are in the same group with which clubs? Ladies and gentlemen, before I get to that, these players are likely to be in Chelsea's Club World Cup squad. Andrew Santos, George Petrovic, Dario Sugo, Liam Delap, Mike Pendes, Kendry Paez. All these players that I mentioned now, they are likely to be in the Chelsea's Champions League squad next week. Remember, the Champions League squad is going to be 35 players. You can register 35 players by the 16th of this month for the Club World Cup, not Champions League, sorry. Club World Cup squad. The players I mentioned, they are all going to be likely to be in the Club World Cup squad. And the reality of the matter is that every club can register up to 35 players. In fact, in the final days, we could even add 2 more quickly. Clubs have until 10th to make signings before the Club World Cup. Clubs have until 10th to make signings before the Club World Cup and must then submit a squad list of 35 to FIFA. The British windows reopen on 16th June. That's Premier League window will reopen on 16th June after the 10th. But changes to the Club World Cup squad, changes to the Club World Cup squad list are only allowed from 27th to 3rd July with a knockout stage in mind. Clubs can replace players whose contracts have expired by 30th June. I need time to come back to this again. And in this period, even the 35 squad remains the same. Clubs can also add up 2 new players to their final list of 35, making it 37, meaning a potential of 37 players. Yes. You are getting it from me on this channel. The total number of outfield players, change, new signings, or replacing those with expired contracts may not exceed 6. The total number of outfield players that will change, including new signings or replacing those with expired contracts, may not exceed 6. Means that the 2 plus players that... So guys, I'll be back on this topic in the next hours.